Welcome to practice. I'm Vaza. Today I have a 30-minute neck, shoulder, and upper back love session for you. So I'll come to sit on my heels, and I'm just gonna have a little blanket underneath, but you can sit cross-legged. You can also start sitting on a block, okay? Let's start by simply tuning into our body. Go ahead and closing the eyes. Finding your breath, especially if you just got off work. And then bring your awareness into the neck and simply give yourself a little scan, right? Are you holding the tension in the shoulders? Are the shoulders already piked up? And then if so, can you drop the shoulders down? And the benefit of really like dropping the shoulders and the neck and releasing all the tension, the breath can flow easier, right? So your body can really take full advantage of that new oxygen in your body. Also moving into the opposite direction helps the spine to get a little bit longer rather than that forward slouching, and the chest opens. So the heart can really pump that blood easier through your body. Your digestive system benefits from here as well. So as you know, my friends, everything is connected. And then with your next inhale, simply draw the shoulders up towards the ears. And then as you exhale, open your mouth and then drop the shoulders back and down. And just a few more. And exhale. Good. And then open your eyes, inhale, shrug the shoulders even higher. And then as you exhale, just drop them down. So your hands pop down to the earth. And then just a few more. And exhale. Last one. And release. Good. And you're going to start to draw your right shoulder up towards the ear and drop them back down. And then draw the opposite shoulder, the left shoulder. You're just going to start to move. And don't worry if your shoulders don't come up as high today because you're a little bit stickier. Don't worry, just do your best. And then instead of focusing so much on the movement, can you focus now also integrating the breath, right? So with the inhale, shoulder lifts up, exhale down, inhale, and then exhale the other side. Let's do 2 more rounds this way. Good, and then move the opposite direction. And simply feel and observe, right? How much more fluid your body's hopefully already became. Mm-hmm. And then by freeing the shoulders, the neck is benefiting from it. Good. Feeling already a little bit more loose. Maybe speed up a little bit. Last 2. And 1. Go drop your shoulders, close your eyes again. Feeling that rush of, energy of blood nurturing your joints here in the shoulder. Good, and let's move on. We're gonna tap the right ear to the right shoulder. And if this is plenty of stretch, stay. You can absolutely stay here. If you want a little bit more, you're gonna wrap that same arm from right side around. Push that ear, the left ear, into the right palm. And if this is still not enough, then you're gonna crawl your left finger slightly away. Go ahead and close the eyes. Let's take 3 breaths here. Inhaling into the nose. On the exhale, draw the shoulder really down and away towards the earth. And then inhale, slightly loosen up. Exhale, reach it down again. And then relax. Final round, exhale, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then release. Now you're gonna place the hand behind your ear, applying again that lifting, so back of the head is pushing into the palm. Inhale. And exhale. Good, last 2. Make sure the chest stays open, tummy stays open. Final 1. All right. Now you're gonna untangle your hand, right hand down, okay? Hands onto the thighs, lift your head back up. Good. Just in a moment, you can give that shoulder a nice little rub here. And then we're gonna drop the left ear to the left shoulder, okay? Adding on would be hand over your head. Push that ear into the palm, and then right hand down to the earth. And then 3 breaths, eyes open or eyes closed. Inhale. And exhale. Also breathe into your belly. Into the back of the neck. And then roll a little bit behind your right ear now. Apply a little bit of push, lift, and then 3 more rounds of breath. Exhale. Last 2. 1 more. Okay, lift back up. Okay, and then from here, just give your right shoulder a little rub. We're going to interlace the hands in front of your chest, or in front of your heart. You're going to go and stretch your palms out. So also the palms and the fingers are now benefiting. You're going to tap the chin to the chest. So think about rounding your chin to the chest, rounding your upper part of the spine, especially that space in between the shoulders. Round, 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 round as much as you want. And then push into your sit bones. And then as you inhale, you want to lift up, lift up. As you exhale, open up through the arms, releasing your shoulders, your upper back. And then as you exhale, this time fan your forearms together, bowing your chin to the chest. And then inhale, open. And then exhale, snuggle up. Final round, lift here. And squeeze. Good. Lift back up. Interlace the hands behind your sacrum. And simply stretch the knuckles down as you squeeze your upper arms together, elbows. If this is way too crazy, just keep your legs, your arms bent. And the thumbs resting on top of the sacrum. All right, if you can, squeeze. Always make sure you really feel the difference between a stretch and a pull, right? So a pull does not feel good, does not feel safe. So it's really acknowledging the signals that your body is giving. Okay, you're gonna place your elbows to the outer rib cage and simply flick your fingers, flexing your shoulders. Okay. And then from here back into your cactus arms, stack your right elbow on top of the left elbow. So if the palms come easily together, great. Otherwise, top of the hand. And as you draw the shoulders and the elbows down, think about straightening your arms forward, but then again, protracting the shoulders back, right? So you hug the shoulders back, finding a little bit more lift. All right, you're gonna feel amazing after, I promise. So much more space. And then inhale, lift, good. You're now gonna windshield wipe your arms over towards the right, and then drop your left ear to the left shoulder, right? Make sure the shoulders stay down. Happy neck. Inhale, lift back up. Untangle your arms, stretching your arms apart. And then from here, left elbow on top of the right. One more time. First, you're going to find that extension, protracting your shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale, back up. Stretch it to the left. Good. And then guide your left ear towards the left shoulder. Reaching your opposite shoulder down. And inhale, lift up. Untangle your arms. One more time as you clasp your hands behind your sacrum, other thumb on top. Option of extending your arms fully or just resting. And then feel how the collarbones begin to shift apart, creating so much space here, so much space. All right, good. And then simply shaking out your shoulders, shaking out your arms, your neck. I'm gonna come into karate chop. You're gonna cross your right arm over towards the left and then karate chop your left arm underneath. Now imagine your arm wanted to escape, but at the same time, you're really gonna snuggle it down. And so right arm wants to escape and your left arm is squeezing in. So it's this counterbalance of pulling back and squeezing in to really target any tightness around the right shoulder. Soften through your face, so make sure you're not clenching onto the jaw. Or biting lips is very popular, also biting tongues. It's all what I see and also do myself. Shoulders relax. And then coming into karate chop on the other side. Left arm crosses over, karate chop, other side. Finding again that shoulder down and squeezing in. Left arm wants to escape, right arm is squeezing it in so that left arm actually cannot escape. Now we're going to target that left shoulder here. Good. If you lost the breath, return back to the breath. Good. Open your arms again. Place your fingertips onto your shoulders. Drop your elbows by the side. And then with your next inhale, see if you can touch the elbows. Don't worry, if you're here, totally fine, right? If you're lifting weights, I know sometimes it can be hard. You're gonna lift up, lift up, lift up. Reach, stay close to the ears. And then drop the shoulders back down. Okay, and then 4 more with the inhale. Pike those elbows up. And crack, crack, all the way down. You can always go slower even or faster. but then you're going to do a few more. Last one. And you're going to move the opposite direction. So first you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift them out to the side, lift up, and then see if you can bring the elbows to touch as you bring your arms back down. Good, wonderful. 4 more. Let's do them a little bit faster. 3. Last 2. Final 1. And exhale. Good. All right, we're going to come now into our tabletop. If you have a blanket and you want to bring it underneath your knees, great. Otherwise, just move it out from underneath. So hips underneath your knees. We're going to come into thread through the needle. You're going to pike your right elbow up and really stay connected with your left hand. The more you push into your left hand, see how I lift up, and then I'm going to rotate up towards the sky. As you exhale now, sweep your right hand towards the left, and then twice more. Push into your right hand, left hand, lift up. Exhale, squeeze. Final one. This time you're going to thread it underneath. As you drop down, relax the right side of the head, shoulder, elbow, and hand are in line. Reach your left arm up and over. Hug your left hip back to the center. And then simply breathe. Again, maybe closing your eyes here. Last one. All right, untangle your hand. Left hand back underneath your shoulder. Inhale, stretching your right arm up. Send your right hand down, cat and cow pose. Go a little bit wider, so open your knees, outer hip width apart, open your hands a little bit further than shoulder width. Allow the belly to melt down to the earth, open. And then lift up onto your fingertips to target the upper part of the spine, right? So hips come forward and then puff up through the upper part of the spine. Lift up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Flatten your palms down. Inhale, open. Last 2, as you rise up onto your fingertips, dome up through the upper part of the spine, palms down, inhale, heart melts. And then final 1, squeeze and lift. Inhale, return all the way back. Good, come back into your regular tabletop, a stable one with your knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Now the right hand is the one that stays glued to the earth. Inhale, pike your left elbow up. As you exhale, thread it over towards the right. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Last one. And exhale. Reach it over. You can stay with your hand either in front of the crown of the head or swing it around your lower back into that left hip crease. Breathing into that upper chest stretch, upper shoulder stretch, all the way down into that twist here. Soften through your tummy. Last one. All right. Untangle your hand, hand back underneath your shoulder. Lift your left arm one more time up. Left hand down. Good. We're going to draw some shoulder circles here. So lift up onto your fingertips. You're going to melt the heart down to the earth. Squeeze your shoulders together, and then as you inhale, lift, right? So we've done that a moment ago. Same idea here, shoulder circles. Now your shoulders should be really loose. And if it's too much pressure on your wrists, then just fan your palms down. All right. And then move the opposite direction. Finding that same mobility through now the back of the shoulders and upper part of the spine. All right. And coming into our first downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift your knees, stretch back into your downward facing dog. Inviting your feet a little bit further. And now that we've created so much space, allow that to reflect in a down dog, right? So instead of coming here, can you draw the inner shoulders out, pushing into your hands and finding a little bit more lift rather than like crushing or collapsing, right? It's a nice, stable down dog here. So the head can freely move. Yes and no, shaking it out. Good. And then from here, walking your feet closer towards the hands. You're going to interlace the hands behind your neck and the thumbs behind your head actually, and the thumbs are resting right by the neck here. You're going to fan the forearms around the sides of the head, bend your knees, and gently pull the head down towards the earth. So sometimes you only acknowledge the stretch in the neck. I can today, worked out yesterday and today, really feel it in between the shoulder blades. And then again, bringing oxygen into those tight spaces to support it with that new oxygen here. right? Sending your hands back down to the earth. Bend your right leg, right hand in front of your right foot. Left leg is extended, and then 3 times reach your left arm up, and then on the exhalation you rotate it down. So inhale, reach. If you can, look up. Exhale down, targeting again that upper part of the spine, the shoulders, upper back, and then exhale, switch. And then left leg bends. Inhale, reaching your right arm up, and then exhale down. Last 2. And exhale. Last 1, reach. Both hands back to the earth. Exhale, fold, grab onto the opposite elbow and simply hang. Okay? Stepping to the top of the mat, placing your hands down, and then baby steps all the way to the back, waking up the back of the hamstrings into your downward facing dog. All right, creating that same open space in the shoulders as I just demonstrated. And as you inhale, lift up high into the toes, roll forward into your plank pose. Stacking your shoulders over the hands, firm the core in. Good. As you exhale, bring it down to the mat for 3 baby cobras. So your hands, I want to stay close by the chest, elbows pin in. Top of the feet down, and then shrug the shoulders back, right? There should be so much freedom now. As you inhale, lift up. As you exhale, fold. And then 2 more. Last 1. Fold, take a break. Rest your forehead down onto the mat. Glide your hands out of the mat, rising up onto your fingertips. Elbows are pointing straight up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to come a little bit higher up. As you inhale, lift. As you exhale, back to the ground. Last 2. Last 1, lift. Exhale, back to the mat. Good. Take a moment to rest, hands next to the ears. And simply rise up onto your forearms for a little bit of a deeper back bend, right? So your forearms are now supported underneath. Stick your elbows, forearms, and palms to the ground, and then drawing your shoulders back, lifting up here, lift up. And if this is plenty of a stretch, you can stay. For those of you who are really already feeling warm, then you want to lift up a little bit higher. Now we did all this work of freeing the shoulders. Drop the shoulders down. Keep threading your heart forward. Lift, lift, lift. And then as you exhale, come back into your child's pose with the toes tucked under. And then return back into that downward facing dog here. Back into that downward facing dog. From here, walking your hands back, so you're arriving in your baby downward facing dog. Bend your right leg. Use your right hand to reach around and grabbing onto your left shin bone. And then twisting towards the left. All right? So twist to the left. Left hand is pushing into the earth. You can extend a little bit more, like further out of that left side body, creating so much space, so much range of motion, and then coming onto the other side. So now the right hand is supporting you, left leg bends, left hand connects to the right shin bone, stretch it to the other side, and actively pushing into your right hand to find a little bit more stretch through that right side. All right. Come back into your downward facing dog, regular down dog. Inhale forward into your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, reach up dog. And then exhale, rest into your child's pose. Okay? So in this child's pose, forehead comes down and your arms are by your side. So you can grab onto your feet. And as you grab onto your feet or shin bones, if you can't quite touch back, you want to squeeze everything towards the center. So forehead down, squeeze your arms onto the thighs. Feeling that juiciness rinsing out of your shoulders here. Any stagnations. Mm-hmm. And coming into one last upper body stretch here. Back into your tabletop. And as you come back into your tabletop, you want to drop down into puppy pose. So the hips stay over the knees. Forehead down to the mat. And if this is, again, a deeper stretch already, stay. Okay? If you want a little bit more, I'm going to invite you to stretch down chest and chin to the earth. You can lift up onto your fingertips. Breathe. Last two. Last one. Palms down, lift up. Hands underneath your shoulders. And then from here, wiggle your tail. So you're gonna, right hip comes forward, right shoulder back. Inhale, center, and then coming onto the other side. And then just two more here. And other side. And then back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg is reaching up. Step the right foot forward in between your hands. Lower the left heel down. Rise up into your warrior two. All right. From here, we're going to come into a bind. Right hand in between your shoulder blade. Left hand on top of the right elbow. You're going to push the back of the head into that forearm to create a little bit more freedom in that shoulder on the right, in between the shoulder blades here. And if you want to add on here, left hand can reach around. And you want to avoid like collapsing into the lower back, right? So there's slightly pelvis tilt, dropping your tailbone down to the mat. Two more breaths. Good, lift back up. Turn the right toes in. Interlace the hands behind your sacrum. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow down into your forward fold. Chin to the chest, and you want to lead with the biggest joint, which is the shoulders, or which are the shoulders. So shoulders are going first. Elbows and wrists are simply following. Glue the edges of the feet down to the earth. You have a lot of mobility and stability, actually. Stability in your thighs. Push into the feet, unlock your knees slightly bent. Inhale, return back up. Rise up into your warrior two to the other side, right? As you come up into your warrior two onto the other side, now the left hand is the one that wants to wander in between your shoulder blades, the right hand on top of your left elbow. As you inhale, lean back. And then if you want a little bit more, right hand can wrap around, grabbing onto your left fingertips. And then reach. Two more. Last one. Good. Return back up into your warrior two with your arms out into a T. Turn the left toes in again. Hands onto the hips. Inhale, rise. As you exhale, forward fold. Glide your hands down to grab either onto the shin bone or peace sign finger to the big toe. Inhale, one more time, broaden. And then as you exhale, bow down and fold. Now glide your shoulder blades actively towards the ceiling. Good. Release your grip. Inhale, lift up. Right hand underneath your shoulder. Bend your left leg. And then reaching your left arm up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, switch. Now left hand glides down. Right leg bends. Inhale, swim your right arm up. As you exhale, both hands down. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Step back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, forward into your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And from here, take a break again, resting in your child's pose. This time, you want to open your legs a little bit wider, reaching your arms through, and then either resting your forehead, or you can simply reach one cheek down to the mat. And here you want to release into the shoulders. Two more breaths. And then switching on to the other cheek. Taking 3 breaths here. Alright. Unting your arms as you lift back up. Return back onto your heels. And one more time, stretching your arms out to the side. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Palms connect, hands by the heart center. Close the eyes. And welcome all these changes that you created. Feeling that space in the neck, around the shoulders, the upper part of the spine, the upper back here. Good. Open your eyes. It was my pleasure to be here with you and sharing this really yummy practice. Share it with all your coworkers, all your friends, your family members. They will love you for it. was my pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm Vaza with Practice. Namaste.